yesterday I had showed you these ducklings that were getting ready to hatch out. And as you can see, this one died during the night because the humidity in this incubator got way too high. And like I said in one of my other videos, you don't want their humidity above 50% when they're hatching out. I know they tell you to put them at 60 to 65%, but the ducklings they will drown in that. And here's the other little guy. I put him in the other incubator, and it's at 49% the humidity. And you can see that he's moving around. And he's trying very hard, or her, whatever, he's trying very hard to survive. I think what's wrong with these other eggs that aren't developing all the way is that it's cold. And so when I took them out of the pen, because they were just laying in the open yard, they were too cold, and I think between the semen and the egg itself, it was just too cold for it to survive. It might have caused to be weak, and that's why they didn't survive. I've heard people talk about how they have put Listerine on the eggshell. They put hydrogen peroxide to give you a better hatch. I would not do that. I mean, you want to, that's up to you. That's your decision. You hatch your chicks and ducklings and geese, goslings and guineas or whatever you're hatching your way. And don't do it like some people say, because I believe there is a protective coating on the egg when it's laid, and that coating is to help protect the egg from disease. So when you wash that coating off, you are causing that egg to be subject to bacteria and what have you. In some countries over in Europe, they will not let you sell an egg that's been washed. They do not want you washing the eggs. They forbid that. You just clean them off the best you can, or you just make sure your nesting is clean and that they don't get dirty so you can sell the eggs. But even in the stores, they will not allow washed eggs, and that's in some of your European countries. Here in America, they wash the eggs, even though some of the eggs aren't even touched, but it takes all that protective coating off of the egg, so the egg is more subject to bacteria. So I wouldn't wash them. I wouldn't use hydrogen peroxide on them. I wouldn't use Listerine on them, and I would not wash them before I put them in the incubator. If they look like they're too dirty for you, don't put them in the incubator. Wash them and use them. Eat them. Boil them. Clean them up the best you can and eat them. But when you do that, you need to make sure that you are refrigerating those eggs, because once you take that protection off, you're subjecting the egg to a lot of different things. If you don't wash the eggs, you can set them on your counter for days, with no problem. But if you wash them, you best be putting them in the fridge, because that's what's going to protect them from a lot. Now this here, you can see it's at 50%. And last night it was at 59% when I went to bed. What I did, and it's really my mistake, is after I let the incubator heat back up and everything, I noticed that it was out of water, so I added water to it. And what I did is, instead of just adding water to just one of the one of the, you can still see that there's water in there. And this is the longest one here because it goes into an L shape. And so that one there, I filled that one and the other one on the other side. And what I should have done was just filled the one side. So in all honesty, the death of that poor duckling was my fault because I had put too much water in and I allowed the humidity to get way too high. 59% is way too high. And so a lot of it is my mistake. But anyway, you can see, we'll go back to him, that this duckling is hatching. And I'm going to keep an eye on him all night and make sure that he, you know, can get out and not have any problem. But you can see that he's moving around. I wish he would chirp, you know, here and there so you could hear him. But get him back in here, keep him fairly warm. He should hatch out. I'm thinking he'll be hatched out by tomorrow morning. And so I'm trying to think what else I need to say about these poor old eggs. And like I said before, the eggs that are in that other incubator probably were too cold when I put them in there. But I wanted to, you know, try and get my ducks back after the coyotes came in and pretty much decimated them. And now, like I said yesterday in the other video about the squirrels, I'm going to work on an egg tomorrow, or actually Thursday on my day off, and a couple of eggs and put some hot sauce and habaneros in them and to get the squirrels to leave these eggs alone. So maybe I can get a few more out to hatch. So get the glare off of the thing. But I'm going to toss all these eggs out and I'll bury that little duckling along with all these other eggs as well. Beauty is only skin deep. With beauty, the skin wrinkles, it ages and get old. But true beauty is what's in the heart. Please subscribe. Please make a comment. Please like. Please do the bell so you're notified every time I do a video. And have a great day. Thanks for watching.